What's happening, people? I am back in the kitchen again, and today I've been to Tesco's and I found something that they actually made a big deal of a few months back. So this is relatively new, but not literally new, if that makes sense. It is by the company, the Real Greek, and it is moussaka. That's what we've got today to try. So have you guys ever had that? Let me tell you, the price of this, blooming extortionate for a 350 gram meal, but I don't know, it's not your usual ready meal, is it? So let's hope it's authentic, let's hope it's tasty, and let's hope it's let's hope it's like the moussaka. Now, I can actually say that I have had moussaka in Greece. Now, it was in Kavos, but it was in a proper traditional restaurant. That video is over on the main channel. If you go and look for the Kavos playlist, it'll be there. I'll link it at the end of this one. But yeah, a taste of Greece with tender spiced beef mince, aubergines, potatoes, and a rich bechamel sauce. It looks pretty damn good on the pack. So let's take a little look at the pack and see how to cook this thing. So here it is. That's the front there. I've basically read all this here. Serving suggestion just says serve on its own. But that is what you get. So it looks like a sliced slab from a bigger portion. A Real Greek moussaka. It says there on the side, ever since our opening our first restaurant in London in 1999, our main goal has been to continue sharing the true essence of Greek dining with the UK. To us, this means real ingredients, family recipes, and eating together with loved ones. Now you can experience this at home with our new range of delicious Greek-inspired dishes. Interesting. So the Real Greek must be a restaurant chain. I've never heard of it. First time I saw this was in Tesco. So, ingredients. 17% potatoes, 31% minced meat sauce. So you've got quite a few allergens here. You've got milk, wheat. It says soya, egg, but it also may contain celery, mustard, sulfites, and fish. It says ready to eat pasteurized product. Ready to eat. You can eat this cold? Surely not. A little bit of information there. It says minced beef sauce layered with potato and aubergines topped with bechamel sauce. And that is the nutritional information there per pack. Very high calories. 756 calories in this. Wow! 26.7 grams of protein, 33.8 grams of carbs, and 55.5 grams of fat. Not too much saturated fat compared to the actual fat, so I'm not sure where that's coming from. I'm sure you guys will let me know. Like I said, 350 grams. But to have 756 calories in 350 grams is a blooming lot. And it says produced in Greece using EU beef and potatoes and EU and non-EU aubergines. So actually produced in Greece. And that is all she wrote. So, how to cook. It says, remove out of packaging, pierce film lid, heat in microwave for 3.5 to 4 minutes, or in the oven for 15 to 16 minutes. What I'm going to do is I'm going to microwave it for about 3.5 minutes, and then I'm just going to finish it in the air fryer just to hopefully just crisp up the top. Now, let's get on to the price. The price of this 350 gram moussaka from Tesco's was £5.50. 5.5 quid. Now, I'm trying to stop being as much of a tight git, so I've actually got some more expensive dishes, but 5.5 quid for that. Let's hope it's fantastic, because for 5.5 quid it needs to be. That's incredible, isn't it? What do you guys think? No club card offer, no nothing like that. It was 5.5 quid to everyone. That's another thing Tesco do. I don't really get to Tesco's that much, but there were some things, Naomi pointed one out, and it was like £5.50, but if you had a club card, it was £2.75. And it shouldn't have been more than £2.75 regular price. What is the deal with that? Anyway, let me get this cooking, and I'll bring you back when it's done. Okay, so, there we go. That is what you get. That is cooked. I did that for 3 or 4 minutes in the microwave, and then I finished it off in the air fryer for about 3 minutes as well, just to crisp that top up there. So let me get it off this and onto the plate, and we'll have a taste. Okay, so there it is. Look at that. Looks pretty good, to be honest. So let's give it a cut up. We'll cut it straight down the middle, see what we're dealing with. I'll tell you what, it looks alright to me, that. What do you guys think? Right, I'll let it cool down for a sec, and then we'll have a taste. Okay, I've let that cool down. It's all important taste time. Here we go. So let's just go for a full mouthful of everything. You can see the aubergine, or the eggplant if you're in America. Got that bechamel sauce, potatoes, mint. Hot stuff. Doesn't seem, there's supposed to be like a layer of aubergine. This one has little bits cut up in and around the potato. So it's not as strong a flavour, obviously, as the one I had actually in Greece. Not bad. Very, very greasy. Look at that. Pardon the pun. Actually, just then when I took it out of the plastic container, you could see all the oil and things like that in there. So yeah, very, very greasy. Bechamel sauce is okay, but it's a little bit bland if I'm honest. There is something there. It's almost like a cinnamon taste, which is a bit strange. But yeah, obviously the topping, the crispy top, really nice. I'd always recommend, if you are microwaving these, to finish them in the air fryer, this sort of meal. It's like a Greek lasagna, a little bit different. However, it's something different. It's not as good as a lasagna. Let's be brutally honest. But it's not too bad. It's obviously not going to be anywhere near as good as the moussaka I've had in Greece. But you know, for Tesco's to pick up at home, ready in 5 to 10 minutes. I don't mind it. Not too much aubergine, a lot of potato in this. But the mince is nice. I think that's where the cinnamon flavour is coming from actually. Let's see, can I see cinnamon? It's like just a mild cinnamon. Bechamel sauce, 34%. Nutmeg, it might be nutmeg. No, it's not. Yeah, so the minced meat sauce is minced beef, tomatoes, lots of spices, and it has got cinnamon in it there. 17% potato, 17% aubergine. That shocked me because there's a lot more potato, what you're tasting, than there is aubergine anyway. But yeah, price has got to come into it. I don't think it's worth £5.50 for that. There's not a lot of food there, 350 grams. I'm not sure how that's 756 calories. That is a lot of calories. You guys will have to let me know. Is aubergine mad in calories? Or is it the bechamel sauce? What is it? It's probably going to be the bechamel sauce, isn't it? The amount of cheese or... Yeah, I'm not sure. That's a lot of calories for a small portion. 756 calories. £5.50. I won't get that again. It's nice, don't get me wrong. I think flavour, if I disregarded price, I'd give it a 7.5 out of 10. But you can't disregard price, especially not in these days. £5.50 for one of them. No. Not for me, but it's alright and I will finish it. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments and I will catch you on the next one in a few days' time. Bye-bye. What's happening, people? Back in the kitchen again.
hope you're all fantastic.
Would be special. Wouldn't buy that again.